Underbelly cops. This is about police covering the truth. I've done nothing to deserve to lose my security licence based on false allegations. That I'm an innocent man. They're using my mother as a doormat, and that is shocking. And no reporter wants to do a story. They're afraid to do the story. I've not done anything erroneous to warrant any intervention order. Why don't you get the Herald Sun reporter? Oh no, we can't do a story on Mr. Galluccio about him saying corrupt cops because it's the truth.
Police officers help her. Help her for what? What's the whole motive of it? What do the police officers, Sergeant Yates and Sergeant Pope and Senior Sergeant Trevor Locke, what did they gain? What did they gain by letting my sister get off the hook, by not making her accountable for bearing false police witness? Chief Commissioner Kenlay has a responsibility to follow IBAC's decision, because that's why they were appointed in the first place, because the shenanigans of the police officers' integrity and ethical standards had failed.
Deputy Mark Galliot, the Chief of Staff, his words were, I don't care what IBAC says.
They should be ashamed of themselves, mate. Because at the end of the day, mate, I'm the one that's left homeless. I'm the one that's living in a car while they go back home and enjoy their little family. And Chief Commissioner Kenlay, make myself and my dad proud. Do your job that you're supposed to be doing.
One poor guy was dying of cancer, and he gets slapped with an intervention order because he was being an honest cop. When Sergeant Yates was caught out having plotted a scandal with my sister to keep me away from my multi-million-dollar father's estate, it all started out with those two deciding, wow, look at the amount of money that we can make on this. All we do is kick Mr. Galluccio out and let him rot in a street and let him have no showers or anything, and let's pretend that he's violent, slap an intervention order and bingo, what do you get? Hey? You get what? Corruption. I was served with an intervention in 2010 by my sister, who fabricated to the magistrate judge that I damaged property.
And Chief Commissioner Kenlay, you've been appointed by IBAC, so you need to take the stand and not cowardly run away like a bunny rabbit.
And I want the public to support me on this. Bearing false police witness in the court of law, lying to a judge, is a criminal offence. But Sergeant Pope, Superintendent Dean Stevenson, but what are they saying? It's not an offence.
But she had lied on her application. The reason was not to have me reside at my mum's home, family home, after Dad passed.
And said, hello, I'm a police officer, I am Sergeant Yates, come on, what do you want? Yeah, I'll help you. But when they got caught off, what did they do? They ran away. They ran like little bunny rabbits.
Because she's special friends with the police force.
So the Chief Commissioner Kenlay knowingly knew that my sister had bared false police witness.
On the 8th of February 2011, Sergeant Yates, who marched into the court foyer in police uniform.
I can't remember if it was before or after the ESD investigation, but I came aware that my name was on the list of witnesses. Yes. And I said, no, well, I've got nothing to say, so you can take me off the notice.
He knew exactly what he was doing. He was helping my sister commit a criminal offence.
So Angie and the police officer collaborated with the police officer's wife, who was a matron of honour at her wedding. When he got caught out, he was reported to ethical standards.
Certain police officers would then bully Senior Sergeant Carl Richmond, standing up for everybody out there that have been wrongfully accused, but the system fails. Lost everything. I've lost my business. I had everything taken away from me because the police from the beginning, in 2011, when they discovered that my sister had bared false police witness, what did they do? Nothing. Instead, Constable King comes into the rescue. Don't worry, Sergeant Yates. I'll protect you. I'm a police officer. You're under arrest, Mr. Galluccio, for sending a text message. Excuse me? You're arresting me? I had authorisation. Oh, did you have authorisation? And when it was proven that I did have authorisation to communicate and I was allowed to mediate, he starts shaking hands. Why are you shaking your hands, Mr. Constable King? I said, you know what? You were there that day in court on the 8th of February in police uniform with Sergeant Yates. And you both went there to identify the false police. Oh, no, I can't remember that, he said to me. And I said, really? Well, video surveillance doesn't lie, does it, Constable King? I've been caught in the middle of it. That's exactly what he said to me. I've been caught in... What do you mean you've been caught in what? In the middle of trying to set me up with a false arrest?
The Chief Commissioner Kenlay is responsible, but he has been avoiding me for 1 year. The main focus is to clear my name.
Meanwhile, I'm the one that loses everything. I'm the one that's homeless. I'm the one that's sleeping in a car. And all I'm trying to do is reunite myself with my mother. She's going to die soon, and I'll never get to see her, not because I'm dangerous, not because I'm abusive, not because I've done anything wrong, because I'm fighting for justice. And why is it, Chief Commissioner Kenlay? Why is it that the innocent ones always have to be punished?
I'm going to go say hello to my mum as I normally do. I usually ring the doorbell to say hello to my mum, but what you'll see is that she'll look in the window, and that's as far as the communication that we can have, is we wave at each other at the window. I see you. Hello. This is as far as I can communicate with her. Feels like I'm behind bars. Yeah, it's sad. It's really sad and horrible. So the question is, Chief Commissioner Kenlay, will you adhere to my plea so I can reunite with my mother? The Chief Commissioner Kenlay knows that my sister lied to the judge. It was a nice visit from seeing my mother, and she has to look through the curtains to see me. I'll probably have to come back again and see her again the same way, just looking through the window. You know, I love her. It's just sad, because one Victorian police officer took to bear false police witness in the court of law to help my sister can obtain this property by deception.
You did not take any formal reports of any incidents?
No. It was an advice meeting.
4 years I haven't been able to see my mother because of the corruption that's going on with the Victorian police and my sister.
This is sad for Victoria, that the Chief Commissioner Kenlay can turn a blind eye. It's horrible. He's there to set the example, not to run like a bunny rabbit. And it's unjust for the Victorian police to cover the truth.
From a Current Affairs, Herald Sun and the media can come out and be able to do this story. Now, I know that a lot of these journalists are afraid in somewhat to do the story on grounds that they will incriminate a lot of police officers. This whole Victorian police could go into a dispute for what's going on. There are 46 other police officers that are currently have been, involved in a situation similar to mine with bullying.
IBAC Anti-Corruption has chosen the Chief Commissioner Kenlay, and it's his job to do so. And that's it. There's no other way. I'm sorry. I will not stop until the Chief Commissioner Kenlay investigates my case personally.
Yeah, I have to be with my father. I don't have any other family. Thanks to the Victorian police, they took everything away from me. So it's up to the Chief Commissioner Kenlay to fulfil my dad's promise now. To not cover the truth. It's a matter of confession.
And that way it can show and demonstrate that he respects IBAC Anti-Corruption.
Fulfill my dad's promise. I don't care what it takes. So all these police officers can fabricate false arrests. They can suspend my security licence to make me go hungry. They can do what they want. And Sergeant Peachy and Sergeant Tuco should be ashamed of themselves, mate. Because this is all I've got left is my father. They took my family away from me. Burgers are great, Dad. This is all I've got in my family. I don't hear my dad complaining. He's not arguing. He doesn't put an intervention on me. You know what the funny thing is? When I first came here, there was only probably 1 or 2 tombstones. Now there's almost thousands of them. What does that tell you? We're all going to die. How is it? How is it that a family can come together and go against me, all because of a $10 million estate? And now IBAC has been introduced, and now this is a real test to see if the Chief Commissioner Kenlay will fulfil the obligations, and my sister should be charged. And if she's not accountable, Chief Commissioner Kenlay, then you should introduce this bare false police witness to obtain property by deception.